If I close my eyes now, I can still envision that carpeted basement in perfect detail. I could walk around the columns and small wooden splinters still embedded in that carpet, bathed in a soft yellow glow. At will, I can conjure up images and feelings from the past 7 years of taking Taekwondo. I can feel that oppressive heat in the air, thick with sweat. I can feel the air getting thinner as our collective breathing replaced that sweet, sweet oxygen with carbon dioxide. I remember one day in particular, around 7 years ago, must have been January or February, when I felt most overwhelmed at the daunting future ahead of me. I was doubled over, panting like a dog, my head spinning during the brief reprieve in exercise. My master's voice pierced my foggy mind, and I resurfaced into reality. My head rose to meet the eyes of the black belts standing in front of me, but I could only see the backs of their heads. They stood at rapt attention to our master, having barely broken a sweat. My master describes how these black belts had been attending class for 7, 8, some even 10 years now. I could only listen in admiration and slight anxiety. At only 11 years old, that would have been more than 3/4 of my life. I could not imagine the amount of dedication required to accomplish such a thing, whereas I could only barely scrape through a single class. It was that moment that I had to make a choice. I could give up. I could walk through each class with my hands down, kick slow, eyes half shut, eventually just quitting and going back to my comfortable life of free Tuesday and Thursday afternoons. Or I could commit and take up the mantle, follow in the footsteps of those regal, imposing figures clad in black and white in front of me, and choose to push myself to my limits every class. Choose to consistently attend every class every week, even when I had a school project due, or felt tired, or any other number of excuses I could come up with. So, here I stand, in class 7 years later, looking back behind me at the small, wide-eyed, naive little white belts, no doubt thinking the same things about me that I had thought about the black belts before me. I hear their protests, I hear my master's corrections echoing my own past, and I smile, reflecting on how far I've come and how much farther there still is to go. Not focusing on the end, but the process to get there. Focusing on being a model to the white belts behind me and inspiring them the same way that the previous generation had inspired me. And so, I urge you to do the same. Reflect on your own personal journey and try to be a role model to those after you in the same way that those before were to you. Thank you.